Take, for example, there are some, permit me to say it, I call them, I term them angels in Adoka home. You see, there are times we admitted few, let's say 2 or 3 angels. When we first admitted them, they will poo, and some of them, they will eat the poo. But they don't do that again now. Why do they do that? Like I lecture the caregivers. They do it because in their home, where they brought them from, they lock them behind closed doors. They just give them food, let's say in the morning, and everybody is gone. To those that are able to eat, they will eat it. By the time they poo, they cannot move. They don't know what is what. So when they want to eat, anything they see, they pick it. So they don't know if this thing is good or this thing is not good. Why don't you put them on diaper? Why don't you bathe them when they need to be bathed? Then why don't you feed them? When they understand that they eat from the plate, caregivers feed them from the plate, they will not eat anything on the floor. So when you close them, when you lock them, take for example, we have some human. That's why some people that are seeing them for the first time see them as bizarre person or evil person. Take for example, we have someone, we have another case that when he wants to move, the only way he can move till this present moment is to roll with his back on his back. Because as kids forming, they call them disabilities. So they lock them behind closed doors. So because their brain is not functioning, they are not seeing things that they need to see. So I think the only way he could help himself is to be moving with his back. And during some time period, he got accustomed to that and he got used to it. Like now, he's been with the person I'm talking about is 27 years old now. And I think he got to us about 8 years ago. But they have already, because you know, even in developmental theory, we have childhood theory, we have what people learn in their teenage years, we have what they learn even in their young teenage adult life. And so funny and so pathetic, whom I am now, I got used to that thing from age 0 to 10. What you know now is from age 0 to 10. Every one of us is age 0 to 10. You cannot change it. You can only, control yourself to get some things like that. So we can help them. Even those that they are challenged with severe cases, there are times you see, they heal us. You learn from them. You get to know God more from them. It's a broad topic, honestly, but we can help them. And to some that we can still train and they can still assimilate, it takes patience. Let's try to know them. So to parents that have them at home, bring them out, take them to school. If they cannot take care of them, ask, get to know people, get to know homes, special homes that they can care for such people, then they will lead you through. And they will train you how to take care of them. And the second one, yes, has government been doing anything to support special needs people? Yes, I would say yes, into some extent. Yes, in the sense that, like I said in the beginning of this program, the majority, they believe that people, that these special people, that they are only people on wheelchairs. So that was, you see sometimes they mention people with disability, even there are some people with disability that are on wheelchair, but they are sound. They are mentally okay. They can talk, they can do anything, they can operate any devices. They don't even know there are some people that cannot even move, that cannot even drink. Do you know as sweet as honey is? There are some special people that even when you put it to them, they will not even take it because they don't know that it's sweet. As children love to take juice, as children love to take sodas, there are some people that they cannot take because they don't know. When you touch them, it's like you are inconveniencing them. But because you want them to live, they must eat, they must take sugary things, they must take their medication. You have to force it on them. Then gradually, they start to get used to that. Then they start to know that, okay, we want to eat. Even there are some, at the age of 9, they don't even know how to eat. They cannot eat morsels. We mash their food. We make it soft so that it goes into their body and it retards. So yes, government are doing some things to help in some certain places. But like I mentioned, when we're talking about the work of NGOs and others, until we start coming out to tell society about them, until we start bringing it to government too, that there are still some people, Yes, society may think that they cannot do anything. Yes, they cannot do anything. But the fact remains that they help us to appreciate God more. They help us to know that even for us to even become governor, to become president, to become anything is by the grace of God.
Yes.
For me to be sitting here is the grace of God. There are some people, human beings like us, that have cared for someone that is older than myself. She in her 40s. She has never enjoyed anything that humans enjoy. They don't have anything. They don't reason about sexual thing. They don't reason about anything. All they are concerned or they know is that they are alive. So it's the grace. So by the time we let government to know that, I believe they will do more for these people. It's not only about people on wheelchair. Yes, they are human too, and they should be respected. Those ones, because nobody wants to be on wheelchair. So now,
you have the blind.
Yes, we have the blind, we have deaf and dumb that they talk, they do this. There are a lot of them. Yeah, that's why I said it's broad cases.
Yes.
So, but for special needs people, government has special home for special needs people. But the fact is that as we have local government, state government, federal government, so we have homes that's close to people. Because in a state, it may be one home from government. Government may have 2 homes, but these people, they are more than the homes. So that's why we have further private organization that's caring for them. And we'll pray government help. But I think for us in our home, government helped us. There are times because, like our facility, like I told you the other time you came, the facility is small. We cannot care for more of them. So like the land we have for them, yes, government once gave us grants, and we use it to still support part of the building. So government are doing now, we still need more from them. Yes. And then, thank you, Vivid View. And to go to the next one, spinal bifida, can it be rectified? There are so many issues that happens in the womb that could not be rectified. That's why I mentioned the time that I do go out to lecture people about prevention. Because when people get to know about it and they prevent it, and how do we prevent spinal bifida? There are some that we don't even know the causes. Research does not even know the cause, they said it. But for spinal bifida, let every mother first take care of infection before they conceive. When that, because like spinal bifida, there's nothing doctor can do, even when they detect it, even with scan. We have muscular dystrophy. We have hydrocephalus. These are part of the cases that happens. What is hydrocephalus? Hydro is water, and the cephalus is brain. They give birth to them, and they start having protruding head, which happen in the womb. And we also have microcephalic or micro. They are small head. They are all human. So all these things, they cannot be rectified, but we can prevent it. But in advanced country, most time issues.
What did they do in this case? What did they do in this case?
It might not be acceptable. It's not acceptable, really, in some society. But you see, in some severe cases, doctor will ask them to do evacuation because they know that they cannot, you understand. But they are human. As Christians, we believe they are human. And why don't we prevent it than to get it happen? So that's why we tell mothers, stay away from alcohol, stay away from drugs, stay away from infection. Take care of yourself. Take your maternity as doctors prescribe, and pray, 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 because it's the grace of God.
Take a break now. Come back, conclude this segment. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Thank you so much, Amaba,
for
your contributions. Can we now have your final words, please?
Yeah, and before I move forward anyway for another, I will say my words to society is this: anything we are enjoying in life, it is the grace of God. So sometimes it's funny when people come to our home in Adoka, sometimes they will say, we want to see your mobile. Sometimes I may even be the one. Probably they have not seen me on media or whatever. They will still come to me that we want to see Omoba because they want to see an elderly person doing the work. But when I announce it or any of the caregiver brings them to me and say this, they will say, wow. Someone will say, how can a beautiful woman like you doing this job? they think they are acknowledging me, but sometimes I feel somehow for my angels. Because the fact is that no matter how beautiful we are, if we don't have what we live for and ready to drop as legacy when the time comes and we exit, we don't have any beauty.
This is VVView.